Hey guys, Horror Man again, back for another review. So today I got a real treat for you. Just found this in my local comic shop today. I believe it just came out. This is the Batman the Animated Series figure from the Batman the Animated Series line. And this is done by DC Collectibles. And this is a really awesome figure. It's been kind of like on the top of my list. We got so many bad guys and different characters already from the New Adventures and even Batman the Animated Series, but we have not got the Batman, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at him today. So he comes on the same packaging as all the other ones did, has that classic Batman the Animated Series, Batman visual on the back with the red, and then you can see the Batman the Animated Series written here with DC Collectibles on the side, and Batman written here. You can also see where it says 13 pieces and a 13 down here. I thought the 13 actually signified what number he is, but it does say 13 pieces, just so you know how many pieces I guess there are in the box. And then over to the back, it's that same black and red that we've seen on the front, just kind of flip-flopped, and again you can see the DC Collectibles on the bottom. So, pretty nice packaging. Let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so once you take all the packaging out, you'll basically end up with the Batman figure, some accessories, and the stand. And I'll go ahead and just take a look at that stand real quick. Just like the other animated series figures, you can see the little pictures are kind of like just line drawings, and just says Batman Animated Series on it, and it just kind of shows you different angles of the actual design for the figure. It assembles just like all the other animated series figures, so I really don't want to get too much into that. Before we get to the figure, it also gives us a little updated pamphlet here with all the different characters, and again it does show Batman over here is number 13, followed by the Riddler, Penguin, Batgirl, Roxy Rocket with her rocket here. Then you also see Nightwing, Bane, Scarecrow, and the Mad Hatter, and of course the awesome Batmobile. So all these are coming out soon, and some of them are actually out already, particularly the Penguin, Batgirl, and the Robin, or I'm sorry, the Batman. I haven't seen the Riddler yet. And then the rest of these should be coming out soon. And I believe the Batmobile should be here before Christmas. And then you also get a little diagram that shows how to put the different figures on the stand, and you can see even this is updated, showing the Batman, Riddler, Penguin, and Batgirl. So, nice little inclusions there. Alright, so as far as the Batman, like I said before, this is the first real Batman from the animated series that we've actually got. So you're going to get 2 sets of hands, and then each one is going to be able to hold the accessories. So as far as the accessories, you're just going to basically get this little Batarang, which is very simple. It just looks like the one he uses in the animated series. And then you're also going to get the classic grapnel gun, or grapple gun, however you say it. And then finally you get the hand actually already holding a grapple gun. So that's pretty much it for accessories. So not too much here for Batman. I was kind of hoping they'd do the Batarang with the rope on it, because I know he kind of like swings around a lot in the show, but we're not going to get that. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure. So looking at the head sculpt, the details are pretty good here. Definitely have a much different look than the New Adventure style. He's got those classic white eyes and that small kind of cowl, and the ears are about the same size as they were in the cartoon. And you have that grimace. Now the one thing that's a little weak for me is the mouth. I kind of wish it was just a little bit more defined. Considering it is a cartoon, a simple black line or maybe showing some teeth wouldn't have been a hard decision to make as far as the sculpting. But we are getting a second version, so it could be why they didn't go too far with it. I really like the attention they've put onto this bat symbol. It's really well done, well painted, and I really don't see any kind of issues on the paint as far as the black meeting it with the yellow. So really nice. He's got this nice like muscular kind of chest here. The paint's pretty well done on this. I'm actually kind of surprised. I did look at a couple of them just to make sure it was the best one, but it looks pretty good overall. Now the one disappointment for me with this figure is the cape. I do like the cape that's supplied with it, but the other version that they had out, the New Adventures one, actually came with a cape that draped over the shoulders. So I'm not sure why they didn't include that one, and it is different because the animated series one has a blue inside. So yeah, that was kind of like a little bit of a misstep not including that cape. And down to the rest of the body, the actual belt is really well done. You can see the different lines and such that are in here that would be for the compartments, so where to keep everything. Unfortunately, I don't really see anywhere to keep that grapple gun, which is a little bit of a disappointment. So I kind of wish, since there was so much attention to detail on this belt, I wish they would have put some kind of like little hook that it could have held that, or even a magnet would have been good. And the gauntlets really do look good. Like again, the attention to paint and details is very well in here, especially compared to some of the last animated series figures. So definitely impressed with the way they were done. So yeah, the body's looking pretty good here. And then the lower part, he's just got these little feet, just like all the other animated series figures had, and it's very pretty much what you would expect if you watch the TV show. It's about what he looked like. So the articulation has been a real issue for DCC with these figures, but it seems like they've pretty much taken care of the issues that they had as far as the breakages. So let's go ahead and carefully take a look at the articulation. So the head is pretty much on that same kind of articulation you'd expect. It's pretty much a ball joint. It just got a little bit of a tilt. And then he can actually look up pretty decent, and he can look down, which is nice. So you're going to get some pretty good articulation in there, and that's due to this little cut they made here, so the cowl isn't quite connected at the neck. And then you're also going to get the articulation in the shoulder, in the elbows, and then in the wrist. And again, you can kind of cradle his hand a little bit, which is nice. And then into the waist, there really isn't anything. I don't think it's locked. I think there's just nothing there. And then you can get a little bit of a kick here. And then also, and you can hear that, how tight it is. And then you can see the knee here has got a cut in it, just a single joint. And then the feet just have that same kind of up, down, and a little bit of a rock. So I would take it easy on the feet just because they seem pretty tight, so I'd kind of keep them as tight as they can be. And you can see he stands pretty well on his own without that stand, which is really nice. So again, I'd probably take it easy on moving the feet too much, keep him in that kind of tight joint, as tight as he can be. That way you can do a little bit more with the posing without that stand. So as far as the hands that are supplied with it, you can pretty much put the little batarang in there, and you can see how it kind of pinches on to the end of it, and it actually fits in there pretty tight. It really only goes in one way, and then you also have a second hand that you could put that in, and it's just so you have the right and the left. So a nice option in case you don't know which hand you want to put the batarang in. And then again, you've already seen the hand that has the grapnel gun in it, and I believe that's the only hand that can actually hold it. So the other hand that's supplied with it is a left hand, and it would be kind of tough to fit this in here. It just wouldn't fit the way it's supposed to, so it's nice they gave that supplied hand. Now, one thing worth noting also with these figures is it could be just the Batman one because of the cape, but they don't. The Batman doesn't have this dreadful plastic piece that's on the back of like all the other stands. So like I said, it could be just because the Batman has the cape, but going forward, I really hope they get away from this, because it's hard to display all your stuff close by when you have this in the back. You really can't put anything behind these guys, you know. So yeah, I really hope they make this the new common for all the stands. Alright, so for the first comparison, here is all of my animated series line. Now, the Two-Face is actually from the New Adventures, but he pretty much looks just like the one from the Batman the Animated Series. But yeah, these guys are looking awesome, man. I can't say how much I love this line. I mean, it's been one of the ones I've been really looking forward to throughout 2015 and probably into 2016. So yeah, DCC is really delivering with these figures. The scale difference is really nice. They're not going to be all the same size. You can see the difference between Batman and Catwoman, and you can see the difference between Batman and Man-Bat. So it's really cool. Definitely looking forward to all the other figures that we're going to get in this line. Just like I said, keep going to your local comic shops, because some of these dates are not the original dates that they had planned due to the QC issues, but it seems like all that's taken care of. So definitely keep collecting these guys, and hopefully we'll get more from the animated series line. For the next comparison, here he is next to the 6-inch Movie Masters Batman from The Dark Knight Rises. These guys aren't quite in scale. Looks like the shoulders are a little lower on the Christian Bale version, but the head is a little bit bigger, so they're about the same height. So they don't look too bad next to each other. And here he is next to the Mattel 1966 Batman, and these actually look really cool next to each other. They're pretty much in the same exact scale. And here he is next to the NECA 1989 Batman, my favorite of the Batmans. And you can see he's definitely bigger than the animated series, but I don't care. I love having these guys next to each other. I mean, these are, this is my childhood right here, so I absolutely love this. And for the last comparison, here he is next to the Arkham Origins Batman. And this one's also made by DCC, so you can see the scale's definitely different on that. Alright, so that's my review. All in all, I'm very happy with this figure, actually. It was a long wait. It was definitely worth the wait. I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you, because you know, it was originally supposed to come out in July, I believe, and after all the breakages and QC issues with just everything, the paint, breaking of, you know, the little feet and just the legs, everything, they decided to delay a lot of these figures, particularly these ones like Batman have the skinnier limbs and feet. And it seems like they've, you know, DCC has actually fixed the issues that were going on with it. So it's really nice to know, because I'm really been looking forward to collecting this line, and I do intend on collecting as, you know, many as I can, especially within the Batman the Animated Series line. So yeah, definitely would recommend this one. The only disappointment I have with the figure is what I've stated before, already, is that he really should have came with a additional cape. So I think that was a kind of a stupid move on DC Collectibles' part. The first, like the New Adventures Batman, came with 2 different capes, and again, you really can't use that cape on this one, because it's like the black, all black look. It really doesn't go with this figure. So there is a Batman Mask of Phantasm 2-pack coming out, I believe early 2016, which I'm really looking forward to. One of my favorite Batman movies. Definitely my favorite animated one next to Red Hood. But hopefully they'll give us a second cape with that version. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it would be very cool. But you are going to get a different head sculpt, so maybe they'll add a second cape just to give us even more reason to buy that extra Batman. So thanks for watching my review, and like, subscribe, leave a comment, and definitely go to your local comic shop and pick this guy up, because he is definitely the most wanted on this list of Batman the Animated Series figures. So, until next time, guys, see ya.